Welcome back to our channel, World Coins History. As you knew that old is gold, but these rare states $quarter coins that are most valuable than you think, don't spend one of them, so please watch complete video and find your treasure. Let's start this. Top 1. Today, we're diving into one of the most fascinating coins in the America the Beautiful series, a coin that has captured the attention of collectors all over the world, the 2013 Mount Rushmore National Memorial Quarter. At first glance, it looks like just another quarter from your pocket change, but trust me, there's a lot more hiding in this little piece of metal than most people realize. By the end of this video, you'll understand why collectors treasure it, and how certain rare examples of this coin have sold for unbelievable amounts of money. The Mount Rushmore Quarter was released in 2013 as part of the America the Beautiful program, which honored national parks and historic sites across the United States. This series began in 2010 and ran through 2021, giving collectors 56 different designs. The Mount Rushmore Quarter quickly became one of the standout designs in the series, not only because of its subject but because of the incredible way it was depicted. Instead of showing the entire monument from a distance, as you might expect, this coin gives us a sculptor's perspective, almost as if you're standing on the scaffolding and chiseling away at the stone yourself. You see the detailed profile of Thomas Jefferson and George Washington, along with a worker carving Jefferson's face into the granite. It's an unusual and powerful design that sets this coin apart from nearly every other quarter ever minted in America. On the obverse side, of course, is the classic portrait of George Washington, the same design that has graced quarters since 1932. But it's the reverse, the Mount Rushmore design, that really makes this coin special. The level of detail is extraordinary, and it instantly caught the eye of both casual collectors and serious numismatists. Now let's talk about rarity and why this coin has gained such attention in the collector world. Millions of Mount Rushmore quarters were minted in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco, which means they're not hard to find in circulation. You might even come across one in your pocket change today. But condition is everything. A coin that has been circulated heavily, showing scratches, wear, and discoloration, might only be worth face value. On the other hand, a coin that has been carefully preserved, showing crisp details and brilliant luster, can sell for much higher prices. Collectors are willing to pay serious money for examples graded at the highest levels, because those are very difficult to find. But what really excites collectors about the Mount Rushmore Quarter are the rare errors. Yes, this coin is famous for a number of dramatic minting mistakes that make it incredibly valuable. Some coins show double die errors, where parts of the design appear doubled, especially in the inscriptions or the details of the carving. Others have off-center strikes, creating a misaligned and eye-catching appearance. There are also examples struck on defective planchets or with missing details, which make them truly unique. One of the most popular errors on this coin is the double die reverse, where collectors can spot doubling in the inscriptions or in the sculptor's tools. Because these errors are so rare, they are hunted fiercely by coin enthusiasts. A Mount Rushmore quarter with a strong, visible double die error can be worth far more than a regular one. And it doesn't stop there. Collectors also look for special proof coins struck at the San Francisco Mint. These proofs have a mirror-like background and frosted details, making them visually stunning. While proof sets were sold directly to collectors, finding them in pristine, untouched condition adds even more value. So how much can these coins be worth today? A typical 2013 Mount Rushmore quarter found in circulation might only bring you a small premium, but high-grade uncirculated examples graded at the top levels have sold for hundreds of dollars. Proof versions in perfect condition have also reached into the hundreds. But the real surprises come from the rare errors, those one-of-a-kind mistakes that collectors fight over. Some of these error coins have been auctioned for several $1,000s, and the most dramatic and unique examples have sold for well over $10,000. Imagine that, something as small as a quarter, still easily found in circulation, having the potential to be worth thousands. That's the magic of coin collecting, and that's why coins like the Mount Rushmore quarter keep collectors excited and searching through their change every single day. Top 2, we're taking a close look at one of the most popular and collectible pieces from the State Quarters program, the United States of America Maryland Quarter from the year 2000. This coin is more than just 25 cents, it's a piece of history, a symbol of pride, and in certain cases, it can even be worth an incredible amount of money. So stay with me until the very end, because the value of some of these Maryland quarters will absolutely surprise you. The Maryland quarter was released as the seventh coin in the legendary 50-state quarters program, a series that captured the imagination of collectors and everyday people alike when it launched in 1999. This series was designed to honor each state in the order they entered the Union, and in 2000, Maryland took the spotlight. On the reverse of the coin, you'll find the famous Maryland State House dome, the oldest state capitol still in continuous legislative use. Surrounding the dome are two branches of white oak, the state tree of Maryland, which symbolize strength and endurance. Below, you'll see the bold words "The Old Line State," a nickname given to Maryland in honor of the brave soldiers who fought with distinction in the Revolutionary War. It's a design that blends history, architecture, and state pride all into one tiny piece of metal. Now, while millions of Maryland quarters were minted at both the Philadelphia and Denver mints, not all of them are created equal. Condition is one of the biggest factors in determining value. Most of these coins circulated heavily and show signs of wear, scratches, and dullness. But if you happen to find one in pristine, uncirculated condition with its original luster, collectors will pay a premium. Coins graded at the very highest levels, with sharp details and no imperfections, can be worth far more than face value, but the real excitement comes when we start talking about errors and varieties. Some Maryland quarters from the year 2000 have striking mistakes that turn an ordinary coin into something truly rare and collectible. There are off-center strikes, where the design is noticeably shifted, giving the coin a dramatic and unusual look. There are also double-die errors, where parts of the design, especially the inscriptions or details of the dome, appear doubled. Another fascinating error occurs when coins are struck on the wrong metal planchet, resulting in a piece that looks and feels very different from a normal quarter. These errors are like hidden treasures, because each one is unique, and collectors are always willing to pay big money for them. Proof coins from the San Francisco Mint also deserve a mention. These coins, made specifically for collectors, were struck with a high level of detail and a mirror-like finish. While they were not intended for circulation, finding one in perfect, untouched condition adds an extra layer of rarity and value. So what kind of money are we really talking about here? A regular Maryland quarter pulled from circulation might only be worth a small premium, but a flawless, high-grade example can sell for hundreds of dollars. Proof versions in perfect condition have also been auctioned for several hundred. The rarest pieces, the dramatic error coins with doubled designs, off-center strikes, or wrong planchet mistakes, have shocked collectors by reaching thousands. And in some cases, the most extraordinary examples of this coin have sold for over $10,000. Top 3, we're going to explore one of the most beautiful and iconic coins from the 50-state quarters program, the United States of America quarter dollar from Connecticut, minted in 1999. This quarter isn't just a piece of everyday money, it's a work of art, a symbol of history, and for collectors, it can be an exciting and surprisingly valuable find. So sit back and listen carefully, because the Connecticut quarter holds more secrets than you might expect. The state quarters program began in 1999 and became one of the most popular coin series in American history, with each design celebrating a state in the order it joined the Union. Connecticut was one of the first 5 to be honored, and its quarter immediately stood out for its breathtaking design. On the reverse side, you'll see the charter oak, one of the most legendary trees in American history. According to tradition, this massive oak tree served as the hiding place for Connecticut's royal charter during the late 17th century, when colonists defied attempts by England to revoke their rights. The tree became a symbol of American independence, strength, and resilience, and even though the real charter oak fell during a storm in 1856, its image lives on in this quarter. The obverse side of the coin features the familiar portrait of George Washington, just like the other coins in the series, but it's the reverse that has captivated collectors since its release. The detail of the branches, the historic symbolism, and the overall design make it one of the most admired pieces of the entire program. Now let's talk about rarity and what makes this coin so desirable. Millions of Connecticut quarters were minted at the Philadelphia and Denver mints, so finding one in circulation is not difficult. However, condition makes a huge difference. Coins that have been passed around in pocket change for years usually show wear, scratches, and discoloration. Those aren't worth much more than face value. But if you find a Connecticut quarter in pristine, uncirculated condition with sharp details and original luster, collectors will pay a premium. High-grade examples are much harder to find than you'd think, especially because people use these coins every day when they were first released, and then there are the errors, which always spark excitement in the collector world. Some Connecticut quarters have been discovered with dramatic mistakes that transform them from ordinary to extraordinary. There are off-center strikes, where the design is noticeably shifted and leaves part of the coin blank. There are also double die errors, where parts of the design appear doubled, often in the tree's branches or in the inscriptions. Even more fascinating are coins struck on the wrong metal planchets, such as a quarter design appearing on a dime planchet. These error coins are extremely rare and each one is unique, which is why collectors are willing to pay big money for them. Proof coins also deserve a special mention. The San Francisco Mint produced both clad and silver proof versions of the Connecticut quarter, with brilliant mirror-like fields and frosted details. These proofs were sold directly to collectors, and while they aren't usually found in circulation, perfect examples graded at the highest levels still hold significant value today. So what about the actual numbers? A typical circulated Connecticut quarter might only be worth face value, but a flawless, high-grade coin can sell for hundreds of dollars. Proof coins in perfect condition have also sold for hundreds. The real treasures, though, are the dramatic errors. Off-center strikes, double dies, and wrong planchet mistakes have stunned collectors by reaching thousands at auction. And in the rarest cases, the most extraordinary examples have crossed the line into 5 figures, selling for over $10,000. That's the magic of coin collecting, and that's why the Connecticut quarter remains such a favorite among collectors. What looks like just another coin in your hand could actually be a piece of history worth a small fortune. So the next time you come across a 1999 Connecticut quarter, look closely. You might just be holding something far more valuable than 25 cents. Top 4, we're exploring the 2014 Shenandoah National Park quarter, one of the most eye-catching coins from the America the Beautiful series. At first glance, it looks like just another quarter, but collectors know there's much more behind this piece of metal. From its history and design to the rare errors that make it valuable, this is a coin every collector should pay attention to. The Shenandoah quarter was released in 2014 as part of the America the Beautiful program, which ran from 2010 to 2021. This series honored 56 national parks and historic sites across the United States, and Shenandoah was chosen to represent the state of Virginia. The park itself is breathtaking, stretching across the Blue Ridge Mountains with scenic views, trails, and wildlife that have made it a beloved destination for generations. Capturing such natural beauty on a tiny coin is no easy task, but the U.S. Mint delivered one of the most memorable designs in the series. On the reverse side of the coin, you see a hiker standing on Little Stony Man, one of the park's most famous overlooks. The image captures the spirit of exploration, adventure, and the stunning landscapes of Virginia. The hiker is gazing out across the mountains, a scene that resonates with anyone who has ever experienced the peace and power of nature. On the obverse, of course, is the traditional portrait of George Washington, a design familiar to every American quarter since 1932. Now, while millions of Shenandoah quarters were struck at the Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco mints, not all of them are equal. Condition plays a huge role in determining value. Coins that circulated heavily may only ever be worth 25 cents. But uncirculated coins, with their sharp details and original shine, can be worth a surprising premium. Collectors are especially drawn to coins graded at the very highest levels, and those perfect examples are much harder to find than you might think. But what really makes the Shenandoah quarter exciting are the rare errors. Some examples show off-center strikes, where the design is shifted and leaves part of the coin blank. Others have double die errors, where details of the hiker or the lettering appear doubled. There are also wrong planchet errors, where the quarter design was struck on a blank intended for another coin, creating a piece that is instantly rare and valuable. Even slight die cracks or cuds, which are raised lines or blobs of metal caused during the minting process, can make these coins highly collectible. Proof coins, especially those struck in silver at the San Francisco Mint, also add another layer of interest. These coins were made with a special process, giving them mirror-like surfaces and frosted designs. While they were sold directly to collectors, finding one in flawless condition can still bring impressive value. So, what kind of prices are we talking about? A regular Shenandoah quarter found in circulation might only be worth face value, but uncirculated examples in top condition can sell for hundreds of dollars. Silver-proof versions in perfect grades have also been auctioned for hundreds. The real surprises, though, are the dramatic errors. Off-center strikes, double dies, and wrong planchet mistakes have sold for thousands, and in the rarest cases, the most extraordinary Shenandoah error quarters have crossed into five-figure territory, with sales over $10,000. Top 5, and last rare coin, we're diving deep into the beauty, rarity, and hidden value of the 2018 Block Island quarter. This coin, part of the America the Beautiful series, celebrates Block Island National Wildlife Refuge in Rhode Island, and at first glance it might just look like an ordinary 25-cent piece, but once you understand its story, its errors, and the prices collectors are willing to pay, you'll realize it can be far more valuable than pocket change. The design on the reverse is stunning, featuring a black-crowned night heron flying across the sky as it returns to the island's rocky coastline. Behind it, the Atlantic Ocean stretches across the horizon, with a lighthouse standing proudly, reminding us of the island's history and natural beauty. The details on this quarter are what make it such a favorite among collectors, because the artistry is sharp, unique, and represents Rhode Island in a way that no coin before it ever did. Now, while millions of these coins were minted for circulation, not every Block Island quarter is the same. Most are worth just face value, but some rare versions and mint errors have made this coin highly sought after. Collectors are always hunting for the limited San Francisco proof issues, both in clad and silver, because they were struck with extra care and shine. The silver proof especially, with its deep mirror background and frosted design, has become a highlight in many serious collections, but what really sets this quarter apart are the fascinating mint errors that turn an ordinary coin into something truly rare. There are examples with off-center strikes, where part of the design is missing, and these coins catch immediate attention because they look unusual and striking. Some Block Island quarters have double dies, where parts of the lettering or even the bird's wings appear doubled, giving the coin a dramatic and collectible flaw. Then there are die breaks and cuds, leaving raised lines or blobs of metal on the surface, making every error unique and desirable. Collectors also keep a sharp eye on condition, because coins that grade high can sell for remarkable amounts. A Block Island quarter that's been kept pristine, showing no wear, with bold luster and sharp detail, can sell for far more than you'd expect. Many circulated coins may have scratches or dull surfaces, but uncirculated and graded examples are the real treasures, especially when they carry those rare errors or come from low mintage proof runs. So what can this coin actually be worth? While most will always stay at 25 cents, high-grade Block Island quarters have sold for hundreds of dollars, especially when certified by grading companies. Silver-proof versions can reach into the range of several tens of dollars, depending on condition, and some rare errors have sold at auctions for hundreds. A perfect mint state Block Island quarter once reached over $1,000, proving just how valuable this coin can be when rarity and demand meet. This coin may be from 2018, but it has already built a strong reputation among collectors. It's not just a piece of change, it's a piece of history, art, and hidden treasure waiting to be found. If you've got one in your collection, check it closely, because you never know when that ordinary quarter could be worth far more than you ever imagined. And before we wrap up, if you enjoyed this video and love learning about rare and valuable coins, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss our latest updates. Drop a comment below and let us know if you've ever come across a Block Island quarter in your pocket change. Thanks for watching, and until next time, keep checking your coins because treasures are out there waiting to be discovered.